Trapping the puck. 2 final segments. What did you learn in a feel-good story? You guys know how it works. Favorite part. You guys have made it this far. We just want to honor you and thank you for making it this far. We appreciate everything you do for us. What did we learn this week? Declan, start us off.
So this one's pretty interesting. I learned that you cannot walk on an airplane when it's moving, like right when you get on. So you know how the airplane would like pull out away from the terminal or your check-in gate to get ready to take off? You're not allowed to walk during that time. So I was taking a poop. And the Delta was going through their like security, like evacuation stuff, like in case
of emergency.
Cases of emergency, this is what you do, the typical thing. And I'm in the bathroom, and I had just finished up, and they had just finished that, and I was in the plane started moving. And I got up, walked to my seat. I was in the middle seat. The guy got up for me. I got sat down. 2 seconds later, right after that, the flight attendant sprints over, like really good pace, sprints over to where I'm sitting, and she goes, "That is a huge no-no, what you just did." And I'm like, "What?" She goes, "You cannot be walking and moving, standing up while the plane is in motion. I should have called the pilot and canceled the flight because that is one of the biggest no-nos. I cannot believe you did that." And I was like, "Okay, sorry." And literally the guy next to me was like, "Dude, geez, she's gonna be on her ass like all the time now." And I was like, "Yeah, I guess you learn something new every day." It's literally what I said, and so that's what I learned.
I mean, Decky airport troubles. It's a real thing. I mean, you think you figured out the one thing, and then the next time around, something else happens.
Something else. And yeah, plane lands, and then I gotta trek across the entire freaking airport of Atlanta to get to my connecting flight in Savannah
in 20 minutes.
And I had some great pace. I'm not gonna not run.
You're not lollygagging.
Yeah, I'm not here to screw around. Put it that way. And they called my name over the intercom, like last call for Declan Brown. It's like great brand awareness, great marketing there. Thank you to the Atlanta airport for pushing my name out. The public figure, Decky Brown. Podcasting, always good for the brand.
Hey, you made it here. We appreciate it. Sometimes we all struggle with transportation. This time, what did I learn? My transportation was it was a grind and a half. I came from Decky flew down here because he's only down here for a few days. I'm down here for 2 weeks.
Like we said, the hiatus, sabbatical, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, exactly. And I came from MSP, Twin Cities, all the way down here in Hilton Head, South Carolina, in the car. I made 6-hour drive to Chicago and then a 10-hour drive to Chattanooga. And let's pause real quick. Thank you, Chattanooga, for housing us. Just a fantastic location. People sleep on Chattanooga.
Yeah, I love Chattanooga. What a great name for a place in Tennessee. But yeah, a lot of people are sleeping on Chattanooga, the city. And Chattanooga is something that needs to be talked about. Our podcast is already one step ahead talking about Chattanooga. So thank you, Chattanooga.
And then I went another 2 hours to Atlanta after that night stay and picked up my grandfather's car because we needed 2 separate cars down here. And then I drove the final 5 hours from Atlanta to Hilton Head, and it totaled about 23 hours. And what did I learn? I just learned that being in a car for 23 hours stinks. But when you're with your mom, catching up on some great information that she has because she knows everything on everyone, so she can just fill me in on what I've missed the past.
Was it like neighborhood gossip or what?
Neighborhood gossip? Just all my family friends that are around the neighborhood, and what their kids are doing, what they're doing. It was awesome. My mom can talk for hours, so I just sat there and nodded my head, filled in when I needed to, and it was a great car ride.
Your brain is a little bit more full after your conversation with Carol and Sarah. That's phenomenal. I hope our marketing interns, their brain's a little bit more full after this podcast. Hopefully their brains aren't hurting from this bird. What's it called again?
Cicada.
Yeah, from the cicada just chirping here in the background. Shout out to Sam the cicada. I don't know who it is. Anyways, feel good story. Finishing off this podcast, getting you marketing interns after your week. Just let's get after it.
How are we getting after our week to start? I mean, I know you guys are getting after your week, but we are going to, spend a little more time in our sabbatical, whatever you want to call it, Deck.
Again.
And this Monday, we're playing a round of golf in Hilton Head. The Backpocket company card is sponsoring it. I mean, this whole trip is on the company card, to be honest. And we're just going to hit the ball around, figure out how to advance, try to score low, because that's the name of the game.
Yes, we're going to be smacking balls when this podcast is playing in your ears on Monday. And, golf is just a great game of strikes and gutters, man. You're going to have a great tee off and then maybe a bad second shot, or a bad tee off, and then a really good second shot. You always,
Ebbs and flows.
Ebbs and flows, ups and downs. That's just the game of golf, the game of life. And you know what? That's, something may go well for you this week. Some things may not go well for you this week. At the end of the day, stay positive, keep the grind going, believe in what you're passionate in, and just get after it. Anything, Andrew? Any final words? All right. Take care, marketing interns. We'll see you next week. Podcast 54. Rick Martinez, cannabis entrepreneur. We'll see you then. Take care. Take care.